Women now are sheltered in it. The entrance to the home just east of the Grand Lodge building reminds one of the approach to a fine hotel or apartment house. The building occupies a commanding position in the city and stands out as a monument to the thoughtfulness and care of Masons for their own. Large trees with trim lawns and flower beds adds to its beauty. The Grand Lodge building contains the offices of the Grand Secretary, a lodge room used by Blue Lodges, Ladies of the Eastern Star, Rainbow Girls, and the Demolay. It is connected by corridors with the home. The former banquet hall of the temple has become the dining room for the home. Here we see the Board of Control in one of their frequent sessions. It consists of 6 officials high in Masonic affairs in the state and 1 representative of the Eastern Star. This board has the direct responsibility of the administration of the 2 homes. When you consider that the operation of the homes costs approximately $65,000 per year, you can see this is no small task. Most Worshipful William H. Powell, past Grand Master and the present superintendent of both homes, works under the direction of this board. Let us meet the members of this group. Most Worshipful Gerald L. Brown, Grand Master of the Grand Lodge of Oklahoma. Right Worshipful Morris M. Bramlett of Ardmore, present Senior Grand Warden. Most Worshipful Claude A. Sturgeon, past Grand Master and present Grand Secretary. Next we have John I. Taylor of Mountain View, former Chairman of the Board of Control. And now we introduce Fred B. Taylor of Stillwater, the present Chairman of the Board. And now we find Harold P. Cook of Guthrie, a longtime member of the Board. Now we introduce Mrs. Gertrude Canfield of Oklahoma City, representing the Eastern Star. Mrs. Helen Mitchell takes minutes and keeps financial records. Most Worshipful William Powell, Superintendent. The members of the home are all Master Masons, widows of Masons, or members of the Eastern Star. They range from 55 to 95 years of age. Many of those you see in this picture are now gone, but others have come in to take their places. With the end of the war, there will be new demands for admission, which we shall be unable to meet unless additional facilities are provided. Each resident has his or her own private room. The first 2 floors are devoted to the men, the 3rd floor to married couples and double rooms, and the 4th floor to women. On the 5th floor are those who are semi-invalids. The 6th floor is the hospital. Here, some of the patients are totally incapacitated and need constant medical care. The members of the home are not required to work, but those who are able and willing do help around the home and the temple. Those who are able can come and go as they please. It is their home, and every effort is made to see that they're happy and free from care. Those who are able come to the dining room for their meals. They find substantial, wholesome food prepared by a skilled staff under the direction of a trained dietitian. Special dishes are prepared for those who need them. The residents of the 5th and 6th floors are served in their rooms. Now here is a glimpse into one of the rooms in the hospital section. It is typical of the fine modern furnishings of all of the rooms in the building. The equipment throughout the home has been one of the projects of the Grand Chapter of the Eastern Star. On the south end of each floor is a spacious living room, completely equipped with comfortable chairs, tables for games, books, and magazines. Those who wish may sit quietly and read or knit or sew, or they can rest and enjoy the sweet memories of the past. Games are provided for those who enjoy them. Real competition exists between those who have become expert. Religious services are conducted each Sunday afternoon by the ministers of the churches of Guthrie. The pool room in the Masonic Temple is open to the home residents. Many of these men may have passed the 70 mark. They may not ride and run as they once did, but they have a clear eye and a steady hand, and many a game is played which would do credit to much younger men. For those who are sick or incapacitated, there is provided full hospital care with a trained staff always in attendance and a home physician always on call. Modern equipment, except for major surgical cases, enables the staff to attend to all routine wants. The need for enlarging the space available for hospital and semi-invalid cases is very great. Plans are being worked out for taking an unused dormitory wing at the children's home for this purpose. Increased service means increased expense. The enlarged endowment fund will help toward this end. This, in brief, is the story of Oklahoma Masonry's service to its own. It shows how we are consciously putting into practice the realization that I am my brother's keeper. We are showing forth our faith by our works, for faith without works is dead, being alone. In the report of the Masonic Charity Foundation presented to the 1945 conference of the Grand Lodge, our beloved and honored brother, most worshipful H.L. Muldrow, read these words. It is well known that the spirit of generosity and fraternity is awake in the land, and the work of institutions upon missions of charity and benevolence are constantly growing. It is a God-given privilege to acknowledge, in a world of carnage and bloodshed, that the spirit of brotherhood is alive in our land, and that charity, the daughter of Almighty God, is smiling upon the unfortunate. That charity may continue to smile upon the unfortunate in our midst, it is the obligation of every Mason in Oklahoma to do his share in supporting these good works. To that end, the Grand Master invites each and every member of the fraternity to do his part in the present campaign by giving as generously as he can without injury to himself or family.